Hello all, welcome to Linguistic Scholars YouTube channel. Today in this video we are going to understand what is a syllable, what is the structure of the syllable and its types in two different ways. One is based on the structure and another one is based on number of syllables in a word. So please don't forget to take notes of the content in the slides, okay, as it's become easy for you to revise before the examination. We'll first try to understand what is a syllable. Syllable is production of one syllable involves one burst of muscular energy. For example, when I say laptop, okay, when I say a laptop, it needs two bursts of muscular energy. It means that the word laptop has two syllables. Okay, syllables differ in duration depending on the degree of stress they bear. As you can see here, we have two syllables in the word laptop, right? If you observe the duration of the syllables individually in the word of laptop, lap has much longer duration comparatively to top, because the syllable lap takes the primary stress whereas top takes the secondary stress. The syllable with the primary stress tend to be much longer than the other syllables involved occurred in the word. Clear? Syllables made up of vowel segment preceded or followed by zero or more consonants. Let's say when I will give you here multiple examples to understand this. Syllables are made up of vowel segments. Okay, it's what is the core, because they are made up of vowels, so vowels are the core of the syllable, okay, which are preceded or the followed by zero or more consonants. So when I say me, okay, as you can see here, this is the vowel and this is the consonant that occurs before an vowel, okay, that precedes an vowel. Okay, when I say crazy, okay, I say crazy or craft, okay, C-R-A-F-T, right? So the vowel the vowel preceded and the followed by two consonants, right? So this is all about the syllable. So it's involve one burst of muscular energy, and the duration of the syllable depends on the stress they bear, and the core of the syllable is the vowel, and it is preceded or followed by zero or more consonants. Next, we'll try to understand what is syllable structure. The vowel is known as nucleus or peak of the syllable. So as I said, for the syllable, the most or important thing is the presence of an vowel, right? So, and this vowel is called as nucleus or peak of the syllable. Any consonants preceding the nucleus, I mean any consonant preceding the vowel, are known as onset and those following the nucleus, those following the vowel, are known as a coda, So we have the vowel and it is preceded or followed by the one or more consonants, right? That is what we have discussed in the previous slide, and these consonants are called onset and these consonants are called codas, okay, and this is called as nucleus or a peak. okay, of the syllable, right? So the nucleus and coda are consistently known as rhyme. Here, these two, coda is nothing but the consonants which follows the vowel, right? So these two, as in CVC, these two are basic nucleus and coda, right? These are combinedly called as rhyme. Combinedly called as rhyme, and it has two spellings, either RHYME or RIME. Okay, it's a combination of nucleus and coda, and it is called as rhyme. And the Greek letter sigma stands for the syllable. So basically, sigma is used to represent the syllable. As you can see here, I have taken for example the word crank, which is in as to when you are making a syllable structure for any word, it is very important to know that you are not making the syllable structure for the English alphabets, you are making for the IPA. Okay, it means that first you have to transcribe the English word or any language word into IPA, and then you have to draw the syllable structure for that one particular word. Okay, by breaking them into the syllables. As you can see here, I have taken the word crank and then I have transcribed it into IPA, as you can see here, and after transcribing I have drawn the syllable structure here. Here in the onset, two consonants, it has k and r. As we have talked about the rhyme, that it's a combination of nucleus and coda, and the nucleus is always consists of an vowel, whereas coda and the onset consist of consonants. So rhyme has two, nucleus and the coda, and the nucleus, which is a compulsory or obligatory item in the syllable structure to call it as syllable. So it consists always vowels, but some languages also permit liquids and glides. In coda it has and k. So crank, so it has two consonants preceded by the vowel and two consonants followed by the vowel. Apart from the structure, it's basically structure. You can also write the structure in the linear order, as I can show you. First you have to open the square bracket. So it is because of the beginning of the syllable you have to give the sigma syllable, and next you have to open a square bracket for the onset, and the onset consists of crank, as in crank, and the onset is finished, so you have to close the square bracket and you have to mark it with and then the rhyme starts. So open the square bracket and keep R and the square bracket for nucleus and write the nucleus sound and close the nucleus square bracket and then open coda. Okay, and it consists of 2 K and M, and close the coda CO and then close the rhyme and then close the syllable. This is, you can write in the linear order of the syllable structure, and it is like a tree diagram for the syllable. Okay, the grouping together of the nucleus and the coda to form the rhyme is not an arbitrary thing. The rhyme forms distinct from the onset in a number of ways. It's not a very randomized thing that rhyme being the combination of nucleus and coda. You can also call, right, by combining onset with the nucleus, you can maybe name something, but it's not the thing, because there are differences between onset and the coda. Okay, that's why the nucleus is combined with the coda rather than the onset, and this is very like a depth concept where you need to go very deep to understand why is the reason. So we'll try to cover in our next class, but keep it in the mind that it is not an arbitrary thing. There is some sort of reason. Okay, there is some sort of reason that combining nucleus and coda called to be rhyme. Only the nucleus is always obligatory. As I said, to call something as a syllable, you must see the presence of the nucleus in the syllable. Otherwise, you cannot call it as a syllable. And both onset and the coda are optional. They both are optional. To call something as a syllable, you must need nucleus, whereas onset and coda are optional. And it is not always the case that nucleus must be a vowel. As I mentioned in the example that I have given, is mostly the vowel is occupy the position of nucleus. But many languages in the world also allows liquids and nasals as a syllabic nuclei. Okay, it means that liquids such as l, r, and the nasal such as m, n can also occupy the position of nucleus in the syllable structure. Got it? And next we will try to understand the types of syllable based on the structure. So here there are three major types. One is the open syllables. So ends with an vowel. There is no coda in the syllable and it is called as open syllable. As you can see here, me. Okay, so if we draw the syllable structure for this m occupies onset position and e occupies the nucleus. From rhyme it comes nucleus and we don't have coda. So such type of syllables are called open syllables. Okay, as in pro. Let's say pro. If you look at pro syllable on onset, you have per and ra, and rhyme in the nucleus you take o, and from rhyme on the coda you have null. So these short of syllables where the syllable ends with an vowel are called as open syllables, and then closed syllable. As you can see, dish. Okay, I'm here writing the syllable structure for the alphabets, but really they should write for the IPA. Okay, please keep in the mind, but I'm here only giving you and making you understand the concept. Okay, when I say a dish, okay, so D occupies the onset position, and in rhyme we have nuclear I, whereas in coda it is sh, basically sh, dish. Okay, this is how it has to be. So have a short vowel ending in a consonant. So as you can see, there is an ending of, there is a presence of consonants at the onset and as well as in the coda. It is called as closed syllables. Clear? And next we have nuclear syllable, a syllable that carries maximum prominence, usually due to being stressed. It is simply in a tone group that carries maximum speech variation. Here you can take the word permit. So as you can see, these both are closed. These both are closed syllables. Clear? But out of these syllables, the primary stress is taken by the syllable per. So, and this is called as nuclear syllable, and this is a closed syllable. So because it takes maximum pitch variation, it takes maximum stress. It's nothing but it takes maximum stress, and especially it is a primary stress. Okay, if it is a primary stress, relatively the duration of the syllable is relatively higher than the other syllables in the word. So these are the three major types of syllables based on the structure. And next, these are the types based on the number of syllables a word has. Okay, in monosyllabic words such as cat, dog, mat, dish, wash, phone, you use one burst of muscular energy. In disyllabic word, you use two bursts of ME muscular energy, as in Kit Kat, cricket, telephone. Okay, in trisyllabic world, you use 3 bursts of muscular energy. As you can see, alphabet, animal, detective, etc. In the polysyllabic word, where you use more than 3 bursts of air, muscular energy. As you can see here in helicopter, 4 bursts of muscular energy, responsibility, 6 bursts of muscular energy. So such types of words where you use more than 3 bursts of muscular energy are called polysyllabic words. So these are the major types as we have discussed, and try to understand what is a syllable and what is its structure and its types based on the structure, and as well as number of syllables a word has. So this is very important topic for UGC NET Linguistics and English literature as well. So please take notes by copying the content in the slide so that it become very easy for you to revise before the examination. For any queries, you can write to netjrfscholars@gmail.com. So we can make a special video for that particular topic based on your request. Thank you. Please do subscribe to our channel Linguistic Scholar for more interesting videos in linguistics and applied linguistics.